Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to have a button and when you press it, shit just blows up? You know, recently I started to play Warframe again. It's basically like a childhood game for me, and it consists of you know, throwing abilities, watching big numbers on the screen, and health bars deplete. And you wanna know something? This build feels pretty much the same. So here it is. This build is basically a cosplay from a popular video game series called Fear and Hunger, where I'm cosplaying as a beheaded wizard, which is one of the first enemies that you encounter in the first game, you know, and it's basically a wizard without a body that burns anything he doesn't like, and it's a massive asshole, you know. So it's fitting that I made him an invader. And yeah, this is the build. It consists in burning people. It's pretty much the only thing it does and the only thing it can do, because well, I got some backup weapons. I can use some fire daggers, but I almost never use them because just look at the shit that's going on in the screen, like fucking 1,000 damage per spell in a game where people like barely pay any attention to like whatever the other player is doing. Here we got the, you know, Master Dodger, fat rolling dude that somehow, you know, dies after his friend and not before. I guess those fat rolls, you know, I guess he mastered those because he's dodging everything. But 2,000 damage on Flame of the Fell God? Jesus, that's incredible. That spell is not really that good, but it looks stylish, so I use it. I don't know if you noticed, but it took a very long time for it to actually hit. We're also using O Flame because it gets boosted by the talismans that we're rocking, the Giant's Seal, and Catch Flame because we gotta have a fast option. We cannot run this build without a fast incantation, because we're already rocking max damage but without casting speed, so we're relying on our enemies basically to make mistakes, big mistakes, like not seeing a giant fireball coming your way. I didn't even have to charge it and it deals 1,000 damage, so I think it's really good. I mean, it's a range skill that you can free aim pretty comfortably, deals a lot of damage, and yeah, you can charge it too. We're also using Godfrey Icon, so that's why we have a lot of charged spells. And I think the main thing that you need to get down with this build is the priority, because none of these spells have poise except for the bear roar. I think it's called bear something. That's basically just to keep it. Roar of Regalia, that's the name. It's basically to cosplay as Nashara from Fear and Hunger when he, you know, summons the darkness from the hallway and, you know, crushes you to death if you don't do anything. It's basically a cosplay build, but I also wanted to take the opportunity to talk about buff stacking, to talk about the seals, the double giant seals, because it's really strong. I think it's probably one of the biggest outputs you can get from biggest damage outputs you can get from a casting build. Just the sheer amount of raw damage, and it's also really fun to play. I mean, shit looks like a boss, right? What's the spell called? Flame of the Fell God? That shit looks like a boss spell. That's very well done in terms of giving the player something that feels like a boss weapon. I know it's not a weapon, but it feels like a boss spell, as opposed to a lot of other rewards from these games that just don't feel like are part of the boss. But yeah, this invasion in particular, I think it was really fun. Just the 2v2 with me with the Black Knife Assassin and them with their dexterity or strength build or whatever they're rocking. That's when the backup weapons come in handy to finish off people, to catch them off guard, you know. And yeah, 2 becomes 1 and it's like an easy win. I don't know if you can tell, because this is like an exclusively a seamless thing, but there he tried to like get out of the world. Obviously he tried to escape, but that animation is long. Like, you won't escape if you get an enemy, you know, right in front of you. Also, this is the thing, Catch Flame and Fire Serpent are your backup spells, but they also deal a shit ton of damage, so it's not really, it doesn't feel like a backup anything. It just, you could play with Catch Flame and Fire Serpent and you could do alright. Yeah, but as I said, you need fast stuff. You can't just have the Giant Flame. You gotta have stuff to dictate the rhythm of the fight. Jesus, why are you playing with your level 120 friend? You're level 30. But yeah, whatever. That's one of the cool things about Seamless Co-op, is that matchmaking is based on the highest level player in the world, so you no longer encounter over-leveled phantoms. I mean, sometimes when I get summoned, like as an invader, I do encounter people that are level 700 or something, but it's really not like the most common thing. Most of the time it works alright, it works as it's supposed to be, which is matchmaking is based on the highest level character that is inside a world. So it's very comfortable. But it doesn't really matter in this case, because I mean, 1500 HP or 500 HP, it doesn't matter, they get one-shot anyways, holy crap. It's just probably the most fire damage you can do in the game. Do keep in mind though that a lot of the time you're gonna be debuffed by water, just by the presence of water. I think every single invasion in Liurnia you are gonna get debuffed just because you're standing on water. I don't remember what percentage of fire damage gets negated, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Too much damage. What can I say? Physique plus flame gun grant me strength plus 99 faith equals, you know, one shot in Giant's Flame, take the. So that's your bread and butter. You can trade with colossal weapons if you want. What you cannot trade with is cheaters, I guess. There's nothing you can do about it, really. I guess you could try to use gravity, but I don't know, I just didn't think about it in this invasion. Look at that. Holy shit. White Mask, Rivers of Blood, and Cheat Engine No Death. Incredible. Incredible build. Give me the stats, please. I gotta make a character like this. Look at that, it looks so cool. Anyways, guys. Okay, guys, so we are basically running a faith build. A 99 faith build. Because, as you may know, I'm a man of God. Just look at me. Yeah, 25 mind, 60 vigor, the standard stuff. Just a build purely focused on the Giant's Seal, which has an S scaling in faith. And of course, boosts Giant's Flame incantations by 22%, I believe. And if you hold them in both hands, that 22% becomes 44%. So yeah, it hits like a truck, basically. So, and for backup weapons, we've got Fire Daggers, because we are gonna be buffing with a Flask of Wondrous Physique, with Flame Shrouding Crack Tier, and the Crimson Bubble Tier for, you know, that extra tankiness that we want to have. Godfrey Icon, Blocks Canvas Talisman, the standard Canvas Talisman, and the Fire Scorpio charm. Basically, we are trying to buff fire damage as much as we can. We also have oil pots if we need to. And in terms of fashion, it's just something that, you know, something to make it look like the character it's based on. So, I forgot to mention, we are also using Flame Grant Me Strength for that extra fire damage. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Drake Soul out. Bye!